Alright people, I'm back with part 6 of my CD collection. This one is going to be much bigger than last time because I thought I'd kind of collect together as many as possible in one update. So hopefully I don't bore you guys, but without further ado, let's get into it. First up we got Incinerate Him by Deicide. This was the first Deicide album I ever heard. Bible Basher was my first Deicide track. It's alright, you know, it's Deicide, it's nothing new, nothing too spectacular. They've not really changed their sound in any way. If you've listened to Deicide, you'll know what to expect. So, yeah. Next up, we have another Deicide album, Scars of the Crucifix. I got this one free, actually. I think someone gave it me. I can't remember where I got it from. But no, this is a decent album. Mad at God and all that. It's, again, I bought it mostly for the cover art because, I don't know, it's kind of cool. But I quite like Deicide, I enjoy them. But, you know, I can't really say much. Next we've got something that's a little different. We got Everything Sucks by Descendants, sort of pop punk hardcore album. It's no Milo Goes to College or I Don't Want to Grow Up, but it's still pretty decent. This is the only Descendants record I own. I do want to get other stuff because I quite enjoy the Descendants, honestly. Next we have something that's I don't really think other people know much about this band. If you do, please point me in the direction of more of their stuff because I quite enjoy them, and I got recommended them by an old friend, and I've never been able to find much about them online. But this is the Stone Oracles by Desolation. I think it's an EP, sort of British atmospheric black metal, with clean vocals. They're almost Viking metal, honestly, because they've got this sort of rousing, sort of medieval choruses and stuff. This is pretty cool. I think One with Shadows, which is the second track on this album, is the only one I've heard from this before buying it. So, I don't know, if you can find it, check it out. I mean, I have my suspicions that this might be a bootleg because it's just like a scan of the... there's not really a matrix code on it or anything, but still, it's a cool album, and if you can find more about it, even if you can find it online, check it out, and you might enjoy it. Okay, next we have Newfound Power by Damageplan. This is actually a promo copy, but it's in a jewel case. I bought it from Vinyl Exchange in Manchester. It's got a little sticker on the back saying promotional copy only, not for resale. Oops. For those of you that don't know, Damageplan is the new band, or was the new band of Dimebag and Vinnie Paul after the demise of Pantera in 2003. The usual kind of nu metal, groove metal stuff. It's not great. I mean, if it comes to sort of Damageplan and Pantera, I prefer Pantera. But, you know, there you go. Newfound Power by Damageplan. Next we have, I think this is a tour edition, maybe, because it's a slightly different cover art to the normal. But we've got Death Cult Armageddon by Dimmu Borgir. The logo is actually a sticker. This was the first album to feature Nick Barker from Cradle of Filth on drums. I like this album. This is the only other Dimmu album next to Stormblast that I own. It's pretty cool, but you know, this is when they kind of started shifting a bit. This is where they lost a lot of their fan base, but I still like this album. I listen to it now and again, but no, it's cool. Next we got White Pony by Deftones. I dig this album. I like Deftones. Yeah, this one, I love Digital Bath. I think I've actually shown this before in a previous video, so sorry if I have, because I just remembered talking about it. So I'll move straight on to the next one. Next we got Valley of the Damned by Dragon Force. This is my second copy. My first one disappeared years ago. This is my favourite Dragon Force release because it's actually kind of like British power metal and stuff. I dig it. But, you know, Dragon Force get a lot of hate, but it's not really my problem. We have another Dragon Force album, Inhuman Rampage. This is the one with Through the Fire and Flames on it. But I think this is completely ruined though. Like, I've had this for so long. I don't even think it plays. Because I had this when I was like 8 and I was really bad at looking after my CDs. So I've got it because it's complete. I'm not sure if it works though. But yeah, Inhuman Rampage by Dragon Force. Next, we got my second favourite Dragon Force album, which is their new one. Or not their new one, the first one with Mark Hudson on vocals, Power Within. I got this for my birthday in 2012. I was very excited for this album to drop because I've been listening to the singles and everything while I was on holiday in Greece, and I finally managed to get this as a gift. So thank you. This is still a good album. I love this one from start to finish. Excuse me. I'm sick today. I'm sorry. Now we get Permission to Land by Darkness. We also have, this is another curveball that people might not kind of expect from me, but I don't know, maybe I've surprised you in my other videos. This is a compilation that was that I bought from a charity shop because I like shopping there. This is 20 Great Songs by Eddie Cochran. I may be very much into my metal, but I also really love rockabilly and stuff. And you know, Gene Vincent and Eddie Cochran are two of my favourite sort of 50s artists. This is just a compilation album with all of his hit singles on it, but it's a cool thing to have, and it's slightly different. Kind of breaks up the like flow of metal and stuff. So I know I put this on every now and again. Like this album always reminds me of last summer, because I was off work for a while because I broke my wrist, and my mum and I used to just like spend the day together just doing stuff. Like we were driving around, and I'd always have the windows down and be playing Eddie Cochran and Stevie Ray Vaughan and stuff. So it's kind of sentimental, I guess. But anyway, you're not here to hear about my life. You're here about CDs. So, next we got Confederacy of Ruined Lives by I Hate God. This is the only I Hate God album I've got. I need to buy more. I really want to get my hands on Dope Sick, Takers Need the Pain, and In the Name of Suffering, but I think I might buy those on vinyl if I get a chance. This is great album, good sort of sludge, I Hate God are fucking awesome. I like them a lot, and I actually missed out on seeing them last time they were over in the UK, which I'm still kind of pissed about because I found out about this show sort of a day before. But yeah, this Last Year She Wanted a Dollhouse is one of my favourite I Hate God tunes because the riff is just like slow and evil and doomy, and it just like when it all eventually comes together, it sounds fucking incredible. So yeah, there's that. Next, we got Demanufactured by Fear Factory. I think this is a reissue. I'm not sure. This is my favourite Fear Factory record. The one I like most. Like the other Fear Factory records just kind of have one or two good songs on them, in my opinion. But no, I really like this one. Like Self-Biased Resistor and Zero Signal, New Breed. I have to learn to use my word hole. Yeah. Next up, we have a box set from Godflesh. Let me have a look. This is it's a box set of Pure, Cold World, the Cold World EP, and Slave State. This is kind of a pain to get out of the cardboard, but I'll do it for you guys. I'll do it for my adoring public. Yeah, so we've got Pure by Godflesh. This only has 4 tracks on it. Cold World, Nil, a Total Belief mix of Nil, and a No Belief mix of Nil. Just sort of noisy industrial stuff. And we have Slave State, which is the full album, I think. This came as a bonus package and a bunch of CDs that my friend gave me, so shout out to Brad, thank you for giving me these and getting me started on collecting, or collecting properly. Yeah, so there's 2 jewel cases, but there's 3 discs in it. Next we have something that was given to me by the guitarist of my band when we were just like hanging out in summer one time, which was very cool of him because he kind of found it, realised I was getting into CD collecting, and he gave it me. This is the Godfathers of Psychobilly compilation. This is sort of like early, like the groundwork of psychobilly and stuff. You know, Dick Dale, Ray Elsa, Dale Hawkins, Link Ray, the Checkers, the Screaming Jay Hawkins, Screaming Lord Sutch, the Vampires, the Cut Ups, Moontrackers, the Sonics, Jerry Martin and the Sounds. You know, this is just like old school, clangy, twangy 50s stuff. It's cool. I still listen to it every now and again, but I love the discs. They're printed as little 7 inches with all like the leopard print, which I think is really cool. Again, this is another one I haven't really. I love the cover art too. It's really cool. But this is another I haven't really given much love to. But this is another. It's nice to have. I like this album. I like, you know, that I own it. Okay, next we got Faceless by Godsmack. This is the only Godsmack album I have. I've liked Godsmack for a while, but this is another one from my younger days. Straight Out of Line, Faceless, Realign, I Stand Alone and stuff. Scorpion King soundtrack, Prince of Persia Warrior Within. Cool as fuck album. Shannon Larkett is an awesome drummer. And this is another one that I haven't really listened to a lot. I don't listen to it a lot, but I'm glad I've got it because it's like a little thing for me. God, sorry. Next, we have another one I picked up from a charity shop just cause I saw it and bought it. Kind of regret buying it. Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. It wasn't at all expensive, and this is the only good Guns N' Roses album. Although I'm not really fond of the sort of 80s hair metal glam days, not really any of that. But now this is kind of cool for something different. Oh, dear. Next, we've got another box set. This is one I bought off eBay because I just saw it. I was like, ooh. This is the singles collection by him. This is a 10-disc box set. It's actually really nicely presented. I think it's pretty cool. But I got this for next to nothing, and you know, considering what's in it, I can't open it. I'm not going to tell you what's in it either. I might give you a little rundown. But you know, there's the 10-disc box set. They're housed in little carton slipcases. It's All Tears, Wicked Game single, When Love and Death Embrace single, Join Me in Death single, Right Here in My Arms, Poison Girl, which has some B-sides on it. I think it's a live version of Rebel Yell. Gone with Sin, Pretending, Enjoy and Sorrow, and Heartache Every Moment. It's cool. It's a nice little box set, nicely packaged, and there's just some little bonus lives and stuff, which this is, again, it's a cool thing to have. Now we're actually getting onto a chunk, since start was mean to go on. What with showing you the hymn box set, I'm going to show you the rest of the albums that I have, because I've got quite a few. Venus Doom, great album, very heavy, very less sort of melancholy, more rock. Dark Light, Deep Shadows and Brilliant Highlights, and Love Metal. I don't really want to talk too much about those, but if you like him, check him out. If you don't like him, don't bother. My second favourite Finnish band, I really enjoy him. Next we got Clayman by In Flames. This is where In Flames kind of stayed good for me. They kind of started losing their touch after Reroots Remain or Come Clarity. Then they kind of went sucky, but I like their old stuff, and I think Clayman is one of my favourites. Speak of the Devil and He Shall Appear. We have Reroots Remain. Yes, Reroots Remain by In Flames. Very good album. System Drifter, Trigger, Cloud Connected. The singles. This is when they started doing a bit more clean vocals in their stuff. For me, the last good In Flames album Come Clarity. It's in a nice. It's in a white jewel case, which I think is really cool. Like the backing and the disc is white too. It's got a little etching on it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that at all. No. Oh no, there you go. It's got a light on it. There we go. Yeah, it's got a little engraving on it, which is pretty cool. But the all white presentation's pretty nifty. Oh dear, I'm so sorry for like sniffing and coughing and stuff. It must be terrible for you to listen to. Next we have they're not really a local band, but they don't exist anymore. For those of you who know me, these guys were one of my first shows ever for like the local scene. These guys are from Wrexham. Well, they were from Wrexham. This is Impaled Existence. This is their These Lifeless Planes EP, which I mail ordered from them. It's kind of tech death stuff. I think you can still find their music video for If Error Were True on Facebook, YouTube. If you can, check them out. Tell them I sent you. Next we have Waiting for the End to Come by Cataclysm. I bought this as a pre-order. This is the special edition digipack. Not a huge fan of digipacks, but I got this on release when it came out. This is the limited edition cover with alternate cover art. Again, this is another one I got kind of burned on. Like I've learned not to pre-order things after hearing one song, because Kill the Elite, I listened to this and I was like, holy shit, I need this album. So I bought it, and then it turns out that that's the only good song on this album. The rest of them kind of blend into one, which is annoying. But this has a cover of American Way by Sacred Reich, which is pretty rad. Yeah, the only Cataclysm album I own. I'm not really a big fan, but you know. Next we have one I picked up over Christmas a couple of years ago, like 2012 or something. This is the original press of Blessed Are the Sick by Morbid Angel. The original press has like a lot lighter colours and stuff, whereas it's more, the reissues are more red and things. That's a good album. Morbid Angel's second release, I think. I bought this. I found this in a bin. Another one like this little record bin in the sort of HMV kind of thing. It was on sale, so I immediately picked this up. Good album, good purchase. It's not Altars of Madness, but I digress. Next up, we got Houdini by Melvins. Arguably my favourite Melvins release. I quite enjoy their other stuff though, like Stoner Witch and things. But this is the only one I've got so far. I intend to buy more. Sort of cool sludge stoner stuff. You know, if you like Melvins, you know what to expect. If you want to start listening to Melvins, I suggest starting with this. But other people might argue. But, you know, take anyone's advice. Yeah. So, Houdini by Melvins. Next, we got Rust in Peace by Megadeth, the only good Megadeth album. Here's another curveball. You'll be quite surprised by this. This is Tikal by Method Man. Really, really, really dig this album. The you know, I'm into Wu-Tang Clan and stuff, but I prefer the sort of Wu-Tang affiliates stuff. And yeah, Tikal by Method Man. This has got like Bring the Pain and you know, the freestyles. Biscuits, Tikal, All I Need and stuff. Decent rap album. Although, having said that, Method Man's lisp, speech impediment thing can get a bit grating after listening to him talk for 30 minutes. But no, it's a good album, released on Def Jam Records. Yeah. Next up, we got The Art of Partying by Municipal Waste. Great crossover album. I actually bought this along with a t-shirt. Again, I'm not sure if I've shown this or not, but I'm sure people will leave a comment saying, you've already shown half these CDs. but oh well. Yep. Art of Partying by Municipal Waste. There's even an advert for the t-shirt that I bought from Earache. Yep. Good crossover stuff. It's decent. I like this. Is my favourite Municipal Waste album, I think. Yeah, probably. Now we got, I don't know, maybe I've shown these before. Not sure. Again, I don't edit my videos, so this kind of internal monologue will be on the video itself. Yeah, so I'm going to fly through these in case I have shown them before, but you know, I'll get to it. Hollywood in the Shadow of the Valley of Death by Marilyn Manson, his last good album. Mechanical Animals, Antichrist Superstar. I know I've shown this one, so I'm going to skip it. And Portrait of an American Family by Manson. I've got all of those albums, so up to then. So I'll put those to one side since I've shown them to you. Okay, this is definitely one I haven't shown. Aethyphalic by Nile. Really like this release. I bought this after I saw them with Suffocation, because I don't own enough Nile stuff. And this one is another one I have my friend Brad to thank for. This is the original press of Black Seeds of Vengeance, their only album to feature Derek Roddy on drums. I like Nile. Nile are a cool band. I enjoy Nile. I enjoy listening to them, and they're really good live. So you catch them live if you haven't. This is one I got for Christmas from my ex-girlfriend, actually, which is nice of her. This is the Obsidian Conspiracy by Nevermore. Sort of proggy. Yeah, I would consider Nevermore very much prog rock. Jeff Loomis is a fucking incredible guitarist, and Warrell Dane's an awesome vocalist. Emptiness Unobstructed, Termination Proclamation, The Maiden Spoke, Blue Marble and the New Soul, Without Morals, The Day You Built the Wall, She Comes in Colours, The Obsidian Conspiracy. This is not the special edition. The special edition had a cover of Temptation by I think it was The Tea Party. Awesome cover, fucking amazing. I thought it was actually originally a Nevermore song, which is one of the reasons she bought me this album. But no, this is a cool album. I like Nevermore, although I do prefer Dead Heart in a Dead World with the Heart Collector on it. That's from 2000, I think. Good album, good band. Yeah, Nevermore are cool. We've got quite maybe 3 or 4 more albums left before I can be out of your hair for another week. Yep, I think I might have shown this one before, if not. Okay, this is the self-titled Nirvana compilation, which I brought exclusively for You Know You're Right, because I have all their other stuff. Yeah, it's just a compilation of Nirvana tunes. Not really much else to say. Speaking of, we've got In Utero by Nirvana. Nevermind, of course, and Bleach. So I've got pretty much the entire Nirvana discography. I do enjoy Nirvana quite a bit. Dave Grohl's a fantastic drummer. He's a much better drummer than he is a singer or a guitarist. Right, so now we come to the final album in my collection, which is going to be quite hard for you to see until I open it. I bought this in Vinyl Exchange in Manchester around the same time I got the Damage Plan album. This is a velvet box with a logo that you can't really see. There's no way you can make that out. This is Draconian Times by Paradise Lost, and this is the first press. The first press came in a velvet box, which is kind of like marbled leather texture thing. In a digipack, just a single panel digipack on a black disc with the booklet separately. I like this Paradise Lost album. I think Once Solemn is my favourite song on here. I can't really talk too much about Paradise Lost because I don't actually listen to them a lot. Yeah, but this was just a cool thing to have, what with it being an original press and stuff. So I think I'm going to end it there because we're about 25 minutes in and I don't want to bore you any longer than I have to. So again, sorry about the wait. You know the drill: like, comment, subscribe. You know, feel free to like message me and stuff because I love hearing from you guys as well if I've got you into any bands or anything, which is it's cool. I like doing this. You know, I do this because, you know, not just hey, look at all these things I've got. I do this to kind of introduce people to bands they might not have heard of, and I really enjoy doing that. It's quite a satisfying thing for me. Anyway, I will be back probably in another week, and once I've finished my CD collection, because we are actually getting towards the end of it now, I've got a couple of vinyl updates, and then once I've done my entire collection, I will come back with updates if and when I buy new stuff. So until then, I will see you around. You know, again, like, comment, rate, subscribe. Peace.